Dude, you need to go to a drug testing facility. There is no way in the world, unless he has the top 1% of genetics ever, that this guy is natural. There is not a smarter person on social media right now than the Liver King. He is the absolute god of being viral. Everyone knows about the Liver King. This beast of a human, this liver-eating, testicle-sucking, and I mean that with respect, bearded god-looking bloke is absolutely everywhere. And a lot of people really like him. They like his message and they're buying his supplements. He's making a fortune. But is the Liver King natural? Or is he tainted by steroids? It's okay if he is. He just says that he's not. He says that it's all achieved naturally through his diet and supplementation and exercise routine. And there's a lot of people calling absolute bullshit on that. He also doesn't wipe his ass or use shampoo. So let's find out in this video if he is natty or not, or is he full of absolute shit. The hint here is he's full of shit. But anyway, this video is brought to you by the great people at Established Titles. Ladies and gentlemen, I am finally the man I deserve to be. Lord Isaac Butterfield, I'm finally a lord. So your question is, how did I become a lord? Well, I deserve it, number one, but also I went to Established Titles and they hooked me up with my lordship. You see, they allow you to buy 1 square foot of land in Scotland, and due to historic Scottish customs, you, if you own land, are a lord or a lady. Now, this is absolutely exciting. It's a great gift idea as well. And I tell you what, when you grab a title pack, you'll be absolutely stunned. You get that beautiful certificate, but you'll also get a unique plot number. And if you buy now, you're gonna be a neighbor with me. And you get to see exactly where that plot lies. On top of that, they do amazing work for charity. They are working with global charity partners like One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future to help global reforestation efforts by planting 1 tree for every sale. Ladies and gentlemen, there's never been a better time to become a lord or a lady. You can jump on a plane next week and actually put in the section where it says Mr., Miss, whatever, lord or lady. So you can jump on a Jetstar flight and be Lord Isaac Butterfield and be squished in the back of the plane because you're a tight ass to fly with anyone else. And Established Titles are running a massive sale right now, which is absolutely exciting, but you can also get an extra 10% off if you use the code Lord Isaac. So head to establishedtitles.com/Lord Isaac and support those who support this channel. Now, back to the video. I like the Liver King. Can I just say that? I think the diet that he pushes, I don't know about the whole testicle stuff and the brains and all that type of stuff. This idea that if you eat a particular body part, then it helps your own body part of the same body part. Don't know if that's absolutely true, but I like the idea that he promotes nutritionally dense food, things like organ meats and meats in general being a great food for people to eat. Raw testicles, gross, but I like his message. I've talked to the Liver King via DMs on the old gram. Seems like a great dude, really nice guy, really positive guy. And if I was in America right now, I would have done a podcast with him. I'd do it over Zoom, but I don't know, Liver King. Up to you, mate. They're not very fun via Zoom. But another great thing that I really like about him, this man formerly known as Brian Johnson, and he always says that Brian Johnson is dead, which is really interesting. He trains the fucking house down. This guy really trains extremely hard. And I think that is very, very good for a world full of obese, lazy people to see someone working this hard. That is a positive message. These are some of his workouts here. Now, steroids or not, to complete these training sessions, you have to have a lot of drive, a lot of will, and you have to be mentally fucking tough. And I tell you what, that is the Liver King. But all of this body right here, have a look at that. That, he claims, is natural. And I'm sorry, Liver King, formerly known as Brian Johnson, bull fucking shit, mate. Absolute fucking garbage. You're not natty, you're juicing, all right? Which is fine. Juice away. But why are you lying to people? When you're saying to people that you have to eat this type of diet if you want to get this body and, you know, grab me supplements while you're there, and you say you can achieve this naturally when you're not natural yourself, that's fucking shit house, mate. Smart business, but shithouse. Now recently our Lord and Saviour Joe Rogan came out and said exactly this, that it is absolutely nonsense that Brian Johnson, the Liver King, is at all natural. He is absolutely putting some type of exogenous hormones into his body, possibly and probably testosterone replacement therapy, which is fine. A lot of people do that and it's relatively safe, but why lie about it? The fact that he's denied it to this point is, particularly in the bodybuilding community, unforgivable. I think it's so unforgivable to the point that if he came out tomorrow and said, yeah, no, I have been juicing, that people would never trust him again. They would stop watching him. They're no longer interested because there's plenty of fucking jack steroid fucking blokes out there that no one cares about. Everyone's just interested in this guy because he eats testicles and he looks great. So, like, if he loses the part where it's just natural because of the testicle eating, then no one cares. However, let's go out on a limb and say that this is all natural. What does his diet entail, and could you in fact eat it? Let's have a look.
Primals, and this is what the Liver King is having for dinner today.
Fucking.
I'm having liver with breakfast, lunch,
what is
and
in
dinner.
there? Maple syrup or something?
King.
I hope.
I'm
I
have
don't know.
all of the bone marrow.
A lot of bone marrow. I've had bone marrow. It's not that nice. There's his protein shake. Always throws it away.
Beast. For the whole beast. I got some cow tongue. We're gonna get.
Do you really need to eat the cow tongue? Like, what's that? Why is that so nutritionally dense?
Down on. I got an eggshell salad. I got a
eggshells. Eggshells good for you? Possibly. It's like the skin on a piece of fruit, I imagine. I have no idea. I'm just talking shit.
I got a pork rind salad. I got the hormone optimizing alpha.
Oh, more things for you to buy. Good. Smart.
Liver King bar, and then I got a bowl of carbs.
Okay,
Carbs.
there you go. So that's what he's eating one day. What about another day? Let's see what else.
Primal.
Holy!
Primal. Back at the comfort of the kitchen.
Holy! What the fuck?
I'm treated to today. Of course,
that's just some
I'm
full.
gonna start with
Okay, liver, because liver is king.
Liver is king.
Told you.
I got the bone marrow right here.
Bone marrow
All
again.
the powerlifting
That makes sense.
breakfast,
Makes
lunch,
bones, I
always gonna
think,
have
doesn't it?
The whole
Does something.
beef protein shake, and look at the salad of cow feet that I have here in front of me.
There's no way he's eating that. How do you even eat a cow foot?
Gonna be getting down on that, and look, we got some
Crackling.
we got some ground beef, we got some primal rice, and then we got the hormone optimizing.
See, it's basically just a carnivore diet that he's just gone that one step further. And I think that's fine. The carnivore diet has been proven to be very, very good for a lot of people. I wouldn't recommend you do it, but I've tried it. I like it.
What is up, my primals? And this is what Liver King is having for brunch today.
Surely his abs aren't real, but we'll get to that.
I got some heart, I got some liver, I got some testicles. This is what the Liver King's having for brunch. Liver King.
That looks fucking so gross, mate. So gross. I don't want to, to look like you would be great, but would I eat that? Not a chance. Not a fucking chance, mate. Or at least not every day. Maybe for a laugh. It's like people who say, oh, crickets. You know, you can eat crickets. They're actually pretty nice. I've eaten crickets. I've also eaten mealworms. People are like, oh, you can't even taste it. No, you can. They taste like the garden. They taste like shit. And on top of all of this, Liver King, if you're not juicing, just do a drug test. Do a blood test. Why don't you just do that? Get a SADA involved. Why don't you? Why not? Now, if you're still not convinced that he might be taking steroids, this video. Dude, you need to go to a drug testing facility. There is no way in the world, unless he has the top 1% of genetics ever, that this guy is natural. I like you, Brian, but I reckon you're a fucking full of shit, mate. If I'm completely wrong, go into a drug test, independent facility, just get it done. And then you can prove to everyone, right? But no, you won't, because I think you're not. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Those fucking abs. Have a go at these suspicious devils. They don't move. When he walks, they don't move. When he talks, they don't move. When he breathes in and out, they do not fucking move. So here's the question. Does the Liver King have ab implants? We first heard about this whole thing just before he went on the Full Send podcast, and he addressed it on there. He joked with the Nelk boys saying, yeah, no, I've got ab implants, because that's what was circulating on social media at the time. But then he said, no, I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. They're real. They don't look real. In fact, if you look at some, examples of ab implants, but Okay, they don't actually look like Liver Kings at all. And YouTuber More Plates, More Delts, as everyone knows, great guy, Derek, he went through an entire video and he knows what he's talking about, and he came to the conclusion that he doesn't believe at all that these are ab implants.
I think the ab implant thing is not true, to be honest.
So what are they? Enter Greg Doucette, friend of the channel, been on the podcast, great dude, bodybuilder, and the thing with Greg is there's no fucking nonsense with this bloke. He came out and he said that he believes that this is actually abdominal etching.
Abdominal etching. What is that? Well, that's a surgery where they remove the fat layer between each of the abs.
So the Liver King has apparently the fat cells completely destroyed, removed, all that type of stuff, and makes his abs pop out. Now that's fine if you want to do that, good on you. I'd love to get that done. I might do it the Savo, but not exactly natural. Not exactly something achieved by liver. Not exactly something achieved by sucking down all of the testicles and choking on them until the fucking cows come home and go, where the fuck are the testicles? But all of this, the Liver King says, is bullshit, and he claims that it is the ancestral diet and the tenets that he lives about fucking sleeping on the floor and all that weird shit that he does, and I don't know, not wiping his ass. Don't know how that helps, but fair enough. Maybe you suck in a little bit of extra nutrients. Anyway, point being, Liver King says that he is natty. I completely disagree, and I think I'm right. In saying all of that, he recently went on Mark Bell's podcast to address the claims made by other people, and particularly the great and powerful Joe Rogan.
You know, face it head on. I don't touch this stuff. I've never done this stuff. I'm not going to do this stuff.
What stuff?
The ass full of steroids that he talks about.
You've never taken steroids?
Never taken steroids. I've never done PEDs other than prioritize, execute, and dominate in life.
And at the end of the day, that's what Liver King is sticking to. He said, no, I've never done any of that type of stuff. And if he is telling the truth, then I feel sorry for him that everyone's fucking talking shit about him because he works that fucking hard. And even if he is on the roids, he still works that fucking hard, and he still sends a very important message. Get out there, eat healthy, and train your fucking ass off. A message I think we should all live by. So do I think that Liver King is doing a disservice to the community? No, not at all. Do I think what he's doing is good? I don't know. I think lying about steroids, if he isn't great, but once again, I think he's still spreading a good message. And regardless of all of that, his career and his social media presence is based on the back of having to have people talking about him, good, bad, and indifferent. So all of this is positive for him. All I've got to say is, Brian Johnson, Liver King, come on the podcast, show me your ass, and if I see no noodle marks, then I'll start eating liver. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Make sure you check out the Elon Musk t-shirt that was released last week. The takeover of Twitter has been gorgeous. Also, I am in the Sunshine Coast and Toowoomba coming up in the next week, and that is the last shows of the year. So thank you very much to everybody who's come out over the last 2 years of shows. That was the one tour because of COVID and whatnot. I really, really appreciate it. It was great to meet you all. Tens of thousands of people, beautiful people, ugly people, and everyone in between. But you're my people, and I love your money. So thank you very much. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Toodle over. Bye.